Hello everyone. Today we will be talking about the simple present tense. We use simple present tense, number one, to talk about true things in the present. Like he works in Wall Street, she is 60 years old, and we live in New York. Number two, to talk about habits. Habits are the things we do regularly. Like I always drink coffee at work, she gets up at 7 a.m. every day, and they usually eat dinner at home. Another usage of simple present tense is to talk about general facts and truths. The earth is not flat, the sun rises in the east, and the water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. The fourth thing is to talk about future timetables and schedules. My train arrives tomorrow, we fly to Paris on Monday, and classes begin next week. So, we use simple present tense to talk about the things we do regularly. Sometimes we do an activity or an action every week, every April, every Wednesday, every weekend, or every year. So it doesn't matter how often you do something, you need to use simple present tense when you do things regularly. Another usage of simple present tense is when we talk about permanent situations. Permanent situations are situations that doesn't change very often. Like I live in Swadia, she has two daughters, and I'm from Canada. The rule for simple present tense is with the pronouns I, you, we, they, we always use the verb itself, like go, walk, ride, and study. With the pronouns he, she, it, we add s to the verb. So go becomes goes, walk becomes walks, ride becomes rides, and study becomes studies. The time keys we use for simple present tense are always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. We also call them adverbs of frequency, and they tell us how often we do things. The rest are every day, every week, every month, every year, every January, every Saturday, and every weekend. We also use on Mondays, the weekends, once, twice, three times, or four times, and hardly ever. Here you can find some examples of simple present tense sentences. Ralph goes to London every year. Jane and her friend rollerblade every weekend. We water ski every August. My friend and I go sailing in the mornings. Bob writes in his diary every night. I always wash my face in the mornings, and my mom never eats candy. That's all for today. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for listening to me.